Coach talked yesterday about you guys having a rough time guarding the basketball. So with that in mind you know, much practice between now and Kansas. What do you guys have to do individually, and what do you do as a team better to guard the basketball?
I believe it's just us locking down and focuses on the little things when we're guarding certain people. Like we had to guard Rice the other day. We had to guard number 5. So we have to pay attention and focus on our details of what she can and couldn't do. So just remembering those things, such as since she's left-handed, don't let her cross back left. And we don't remember those things in the game until after she's done it. So just locking down and focusing on those little things, and us as a whole just playing better defense on the ball, and our big girls just hedging or protecting, doing what they do best, and us Xing off.
And I would like to add in that, I guess, did you play a lot of defense in high school? A lot of times players that score a lot like you don't play a lot of defense.
Yes, sir. Honestly, my defense in high school, AAU, was a little iffy, if I'm being honest with you. And still now, I'm still working on it. But I feel like my coaches have a great, the concepts of it, like circling off and, just 1 foot above the other, things like that I have that knowledge of. Playing in college is different for sure. I'm still feel like I'm adjusting to things, and although I am who I am, I feel like I don't get that, that side of things where it's lenient in certain parts. But I'm working on that. As a team, though, I feel like that we need to focus in practice. I feel like practice is where it all starts at, and that's what we need to focus on right now is being as locked in as possible in practice, so that the games we go out there, it doesn't look like that.
What did you girls learn from your last road trip that hopefully will do better and I guess be better prepared for Kansas this week?
As Joni calls it, low-hanging fruit. So us boxing out and rebounding and literally doing the little things, like every detail in the game you have to remember. And if you don't, it's like you're going to mess up. Like something's going to happen. The other team's going to score. You can't get back down fast enough. So it's always something that's going to happen, and we have to be ready to adjust to those things.
We know that last road trip to Duke was something that we don't want to experience again, especially losing by 20 at that. But, just going out there and knowing it's going to be a different environment, experiencing it at Duke, and knowing that Kansas is going to be a different hostile environment, something that is everybody against us. So I feel like we got that especially in Cameron Indoor Stadium. That was crazy to play, and it was super loud. Just learning the little things to make sure that we're talking, we're echoing, so everybody can hear each other. Things of that sort, but just go out there and go to Kansas to get the dub, hopefully.
Do you enjoy playing in those kind of environments? I mean, you went to Cameron Indoor, you experienced that hostility, and now you're going to another historic, gym. So, I don't know. Do you like those kind of road trips?
I do, especially going to Duke. Just walking in there and just seeing all the banners and just seeing this is somewhere greats have played on this floor and still are playing. They're going to NBA, so I just feel like it's an honor to play there. But I definitely want all the smoke, whatever comes with it, with all the fans and all the players. Definitely want all the smoke.
Every game's a little bit different as before SEC play starts. But what did you really learn from the Rice game about finishing? I mean, y'all haven't played a lot of close games, but that one could have gone either way in the fourth quarter, and Rice took it. So what's the message there about finishing?
I feel like we came on the third quarter with a 10-2 run. We started off nice, but I feel like things started to slow down because the defensive side, like we said, we were just getting beat off the dribble. And it's just paying attention and just focusing and locking into what our coaches are saying, because they're telling us everything that's right. I feel like we're struggling as a team to actually listen. It's like it's not anything that the coaches are doing. I feel like it's us as a team to finally we have to come together and wanna listen. Yeah.
You add on that?
Basically what Janiah said, as a team, we have to come together. We have to remember certain things. That's the whole point of having a scout. It's the whole point of having a film. So if we don't remember those things, it's going to get very crucial for us in game time because, we have to pay attention. So even with yesterday when we played against Rice, myself, I did it 2 times back-to-back because they were picking on me. coming off the screen and Jada taking it because she's in protect. And once I realized she has it, I have to X off and get to her man in the post. And it happened to me back to back where I didn't. And so those were crucial points in that time because they got 2 points back to back off those. And just us knowing not to come off number 3 because she's a shooter. And that was crucial. So we just have to remember those things like Janiah said and just lock in on little details, us focusing and listening to our coaches and doing the right things in those moments.
Is it nice to have a somewhat quick turnaround after a loss like this? I mean, you guys have a couple of days before you hit the road, so is that a benefit to y'all or is that a negative?
Somewhat. We don't like losing. Like, nobody likes losing. Like that just does something to us, especially when we know what we can do and what we do in practice, and you see those spurts in games. So it's like, why can't we do this all through the game? So when we lose and we were up like that and had to run in those crucial moments, we did defensive principles totally wrong at that time. So having a quick turnaround, it's a good and a bad thing. Like, we have to get over the loss. Like, that's past us. Even though those low-hanging fruits that caused us the loss, we have to focus on that the next game. But us having that quick turnaround, it's a good and a bad thing, I believe.
Yeah, something when we were in the huddle after the game, Joni said it was like, we're going to have a lot of close games this year. It's going to be a lot of games like that where we're going to be fighting to the end of the game. And I totally agree with that. So I feel like this Kansas game is going to be probably the same situation. But it's going to be good because we can see, how much we turn around and how much we really want to fix and get better at those things. But also, bad-wise, body-wise, we have to catch a flight. We got 6 a.m. practice tomorrow. We don't come back till 1 a.m. Things like that. That would be like the bad side of the quick turnaround. But other than that, super excited to play again.
Everybody good? Yeah. Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ladies.